you've made it back to the famed marble city of Kenor, and one Reginald Seymour Dibley is wanted by the City Watch for questioning.
Incidentally, from that, call me Ian.
Finally, you make your way to the Kenor Adventurers Guild. The Laughing Guild. What do you know? What I'm saying is, you do this job for me, on the down low, not official Kenor business.
But if we agree to it, can he get in to see his girlfriend tonight?
With that book, we could possibly bring your master back.
Right. As night has fallen over the city of Kenor, many of the local merchants, traders, visiting tourists to the city have made their way to the various kind of like dens of debauchery in the garden and riverside districts of the city, leaving the temple plaza relatively quiet. So you're able to move freely. We don't need to worry about Reginald getting lifted at kind of this point. And as you kind of approach this big, massive basilica, I don't know if any of you have been to Venice. The big, massive kind of basilica, kind of there's what I had in mind.
Okay.
Stone, marble kind of carvings. Once again, Tuppence, make a will saving throw for me.
This one. No.
D20.
Sorry, their sizes are beginning to look the same. 18.
18. So you almost seizure, but you manage to kind of gain control and stop yourself from blacking out completely. But you get flashes and visions. You're back on the battlefield. You're in this kind of orc's body. There's blood and carnage going around all around you. Orcs, trolls, elves, man, all fighting kind of side by side. These almost hideous shadow beasts at this point before coming back. And as you look up, kind of like carved into the various marble and stained glass windows, and it just murals across the place, seem to be depicting an ancient battle, the Battle of Azriel himself, fighting off the old gods along with a barbarian king. So, as you're kind of looking at this, you have these kind of like seizures and these kind of visions. But we'll deal with that kind of separately. As you're kind of walking in, you see a massive statue of Azriel himself, in all his finery and glory, kind of at the back, and that's kind of the figure that you recognize from your visions. As one of the priestesses, it kind of walks forward and just goes, "Ah, children, what has made your way to the house of Azriel this evening?"
Hello.
Hi.
Are you lost?
It was we want a book.
Well, the city library is down there. We have
No, an evil book.
evil. Well, what makes you think we would hold such a tome? And it's not necessarily an evil book. The Lumen. It's Azmodan's book.
Sorry, it's a book that's neutral, but it sounds evil. He's got a pretty fucked up name.
We seek the Lumen.
The Necrolumen.
The very same.
Um,
In the name of Edros, god of inconvenience.
I hate to say to you, I am a priestess of Azriel.
Yeah.
Without being a dedicated priest of Azmodan, I couldn't let you into the crypt, surely.
You, a priestess, but you're so beautiful.
Go on, work your wily ways.
Oh,
Show
no,
the princess.
I forgot I have no wily ways.
Are you going down the seduction route?
No.
I can try.
Oh, no. She's not a squirrel.
That gnome was interested. That gnome was going to gobble on the nuts.
What I will say is, being a fellow, you're not a priest or cleric of Azmodan, but you are a death cleric.
Yeah.
So you have some authority and jurisdiction here, enough that I would give you advantage on persuasion checks. I kind of against her to try and leverage that to kind of get downstairs into the crypt.
Yes, well, I think we need this book for reference sakes.
And as we're on the same team, I don't see any reason for you to stand in our way. If you would stand aside, High Priestess.
Roll persuasion, advantage. Roll twice, take the higher.
12.
Any modifiers? Nope. She's clearly uncomfortable with the request. I would have to check, but I'm sure it'd be okay. So she kind of leads you over to the stone staircase that kind of leads down into the crypts beneath the basilica. Now, before you actually go down there, is there anything you want to do kind of here in the temple?
Yes. Do you have a plug?
And, you can roll perception, first of all, for me.
10.
I was 9.
15.
Oh,
15. Okay, one thing you do notice, Will, which strikes you as a bit odd, is obviously this is the main sort of like worshipping hall to Azriel himself. And down the kind of back wall, you see these ornate statues to all his champions, except the final plinth is empty with a plaque. Like one is missing.
One of these is missing. Look at this, boys. The plaque, one's missing.
Is there a name on it?
No, it's missing.
Yes, there is a name on it.
There is. Shit.
There is. Now, again, Sigford can roll history or religion, whichever.
14.
14 plus.
That's 14
Right,
with the plus.
14 total. Cool. So on the pedestals, these are all the different champions of Azriel, passed down from the ages. Now, first of all, Billy, are you reacting to seeing your visions kind of...
I'm not happy about the statue at all. I've seen this.
Go on.
I'm freaked out. I've seen this statue and a nightmare, vision, dream, whatever it's called.
So, with that, the murals tell of the founding of the Empire and Azrael's ascension to godhood. A climactic battle of all the mortal races against the old gods. The forces of man, elf, dwarf, and gnome led by none other than Azriel himself. Whereas the barbarian tribes of the east were led by a vicious orc war chief named Malgroth, who wielded the molten great axe forged in the heart of a mountain and baptized in dragon's blood. The two fought side by side for a time before the war chief betrayed the alliance and turned on Azriel, striking him down. In a blast of radiant light and revived by the will of his people, Azriel slew the betrayer and ascended to divinity and sealed the old gods away before founding the holy city of Canar and the Empire. The final resting place in the remains of the war chief are as yet unknown, but many of the hill tribes and races of the east worship Malgroth as a god of battle, honor, whereas many in the Empire revile him as the great betrayer, the god of blood, savagery, and suffering.
I want to smash this statue.
Because you saw it in a dream. You know, dreams aren't real, you know.
There's evil, there's deceit, there's betrayal.
So that's of Azriel. That's of the elven guy.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Malgroth, that seems to be the one that you are having visions of being.
Yeah. I don't know what to make of that at all.
However, you've heard the name Malgroth.
Yeah.
As in the hill tribes kind of worship him as kind of a battle god. However, on this one's a statue of Azriel as kind of like the main thing in the thing, but you have all the different champions down the side. The one that's missing, the plaque reads, Sir Galdorn IV, champion of Azriel and high paladin of the Imperial Truth. So, Sir Galdorn is the one that's missing.
What does this all mean?
The priestess kind of walks over. Sir Galdon left on a holy crusade to the Eastern lands about 10 years ago. He took the holy relic, none other than the Sunblade itself, the actual weapon wielded by Azriel. The only reason we know wherever Galdon is, he's not dead, is because Azriel would have claimed the sword back and taken it back to the temple, so his whereabouts are unknown. All we know...
Sword or axe?
Sword. This is Azriel's
I was
sword.
crapping it for a second.
Yeah, the axe was the war chief.
Yes.
So, but the sword is missing. and presumed as long as the sword is missing, Galdon is alive somewhere, but he disappeared 10 years ago to the east.
Where's the book?
Yes, that's my thought as well.
The book. I'm sure I could help. Come with me.
If you're feeling uneasy, do you want to stay up here?
I'm gonna guard up here. You go and get the book.
First rule of D&D, don't split the party. Damn it!
Well, in that case, then I'm not going with you cunts. No, I will follow you down.
Okay.
But I'm watching her.
Hey,
Not in that way either.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why is lime pickle too spicy?
I've just got a very gentle disposition.
You've not introduced spice into your diet.
Scene change. So,
The canteen at the
yeah,
university.
you hand that back to me. Right, so you've made your way into the crypt. It doesn't take long. It's quite... if the upper basilica was all about Azriel, this is all about Azmodan. One of his pantheon, his kind of second in command, god of the dead, and Edros's boss.
Mm-hmm.
So, in coming here, you see a book treated somewhat reverently on this kind of pedestal kind of ahead of you.
Well, boys, I'll be the first to say it. There's a giant skull on the ground.
I'm not touching any of this.
We can walk around it.
Everything looks so suspicious, but it is the god of death. I mean, the skull's pretty much his Batman symbol, if you like.
Yeah, pretty much. And again, it's worth pointing out that he is a god of the dead. He's not necessarily an evil god. He's just this is built for him. That's where people would come. And the names written in the book are people who
Have visited and enjoyed it.
are in his care.
These gods I'm getting just mega suspicious of. And I'm not really a suspicious kind of a guy.
Well, I'm going to hold up
So I'm
my
just going to
lamp.
hold my axe and hope for the
I'm
best.
just going to hold up my lamp to check for invisible objects and creatures.
I like it.
Okay.
Nice lamp.
Right. So as you pick it up, again, you maybe see wisps of almost kind of like souls, kind of like drifting.
Oh, it's a Ark of the Covenant type deal.
All right.
Reginald, go get the book.
We are not alone in here.
Wait, we don't have to cross the room, because I could use my magic hand to pick up the book.
Whoa.
Well, hang
Tell
on.
us more about this magic hand.
It's my spell that I have. I have a magic hand. I can interact with objects from a distance, so I
Oh.
can pick up the book. And if there's anything dodgy about it, then we'll know and we'll be safe.
Okay.
I mean, that's almost...
I will say this. You use your magic hands to try and wipe me off. Which is the first thing I thought when you said magic hands.
There would be no fun in that.
One
I'd
of
use
you.
my real hand.
Okay.
Right, moving on. So,
Get the book.
Yeah.
Get the book.
Quit stalling, Wink.
The place is full of ghosts.
Okay.
Spooky book.
I'm gonna.
He doesn't even want you to get the
you
book.
use your mage hand, you send
Yes.
it out, a kind of spectral version of your own hand sort of kind of goes forward almost to the book. But as you do so, suddenly all the lights go out.
Oh, for God's sake, Ian.
Lamp.
Don't blame me.
I have dark vision and the lamp is up, so...
True, but certainly, Sigford, you feel a very intense kind of pressure kind of build in the air, a deity of some kind.
Well, that Rogan Josh.
Yep. As in a bolt of kind of green
Oh,
lightning.
no.
Oh, who the fuck is this?
Oh, Christ.
And again, holding the kind of green lamp similar to the one that you have, you know who it is instantly.
I know who this is instantly. Just
As-
don't ask me any further questions.
As an avatar of none other than Azmodan himself suddenly appears in a crack of lightning.
Who dare steal from me?
He does. Ian Wink's his name.
Oh, for fuck's
It's
sake.
Ian Wink.
Silence!
You did ask.
Yeah, you asked. It's Ian Wink.
He looks at you, Sigurd.
A servant of Edros. Here. He should know his place.
I do know my place.
No, he should know his place.
Oh, yes, he should know his place. I know the places of all of us. And of you.
He sort of scans over all of you.
You were promised. Your name should be in my book, and yet here you stand.
He considers this for a moment.
So that's what Edros is up to. By all rights, I should demand retribution for this transgression, yet here a greater gain is afoot. A tangled web of intricately laid plans and expertly crafted schemes, intended to bring the Empire to its knees, yet Azriel and myself are bound by the very laws that we put in place. But not you. No. Edros has freed you from the strings of fate. Your destiny unclear. Your actions clouded. A wild card. No, a pawn that has not yet been claimed. The only one of us who truly possesses free will. Maybe there's still a chance. Or maybe you'll spell our doom. But I'll take them.
He turns and looks at the book.
I know what you seek. And indeed, I know who you seek it for. And I will give it to you. If you can prove yourself. You want my book? 3 trials await. One of strength, one of wisdom, and one of faith.
I'm never going to get to see my girlfriend at this rate.
Pass all 3, and I shall grant you your prize, along with my blessing.
Okay, boys, we got ourselves an Olympics. Let's just knuckle down and get it done.
Is this a group task or are these individual
There's
tasks?
3 tasks coming up. Basically, 2 doors appear in the first instance. One is a test of strength. One is the test of wisdom. Which would you like to do?
Wisdom it is for me, but no.
Wisdom.
Okay, thanks.
I'm +5 on wisdom.
I'm going to tackle strength on this, lads. I think this is mine.
So
I got a bench of 450 pounds.
Yeah, it's wisdom for me.
Yep, wisdom for me.
1, 2 for wisdom.
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 1 for strength, it appears.
Right.
That's how we should split it. 3 for wisdom, 1 for strength.
It doesn't seem fair.
Okay, so you choose wisdom first of all.
Oh,
You
I
go
see.
through the wisdom kind of door. You enter a dimly lit chamber. 9 dwarf skulls rest near a 4x4 set of tiles on the floor. And carved into a nearby stone altar is the following inscription. Brave warriors met their demise foretold. Their secret kept shall yet unfold. If crowns placed correctly on the shrine, celestial beds for 4 of 9. And the difficulty of this puzzle is medium.
Celestial beds. Say that last line again.
If crowned, placed correctly on the shrine, celestial beds for 4 of 9. Now,
Celestial
4
beds.
of 9, so is that 5?
so you can
What?
take,
Oh.
if you want hints, you can take an intelligence or a wisdom check, and I can give you a hint.
Right, well, let's go. I've got a good wisdom score.
Okay?
So I've got a wisdom of 16 +3 here.
Well, the +3 is the modifier. So you roll your dice, you add 3.
All right, I see. So, 12.
12, +3. Yeah, actually, that will be enough. So, you have...
Sorry, that's 9 +3.
9 +3.
Yeah.
Right,
12.
okay, 12. Not enough unless you maybe want to do guidance or...
Sure, I'll cast guidance on myself.
Okay. So that's a D4.
Two.
Still not enough. However, remember, Will, you've also got Bardic Inspiration. Someone else would have to take a...
Let's not have a repeat of the tavern.
Well, what was wrong with that?
I've got an act where you shat it because you,
got-
were looking for a plug.
You got
Fucking do it this time.
you got free curry. Oh, I see. The tavern.
Yes, and I got laid. But
You're very welcome. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, so who do you want to inspire?
I want to inspire Stigford.
Well, Stigford's already done his wisdom. So
Oh,
you can throw it.
fucking hell,
So
Stigford.
what's your wisdom's wisdom or intelligence? did you say?
Who's got the next highest
I got +1.
I've got +2 wisdom.
+2?
can you do it on himself?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, no, +3 on the saving.
Okay.
No, that.
Oh, yeah. No,
That's
just
that one.
+1 then.
+1.
Think it's-
I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna ask for
I'll inspire myself.
Okay,
Fuck off.
right. So you ramp yourself up. So what's the rap that you give yourself?
Yeah.
You wanna
Okay.
beat?
Yeah. Freestyle rap to inspire myself to solve this puzzle. Let me just say, these rhymes ain't dull. Grab my loot and then rap about these skulls. Let me just think right here on this set. We need to solve a puzzle right here about death. It could be difficult, is what to declare, to know where to put the skulls on the squares. It could be difficult, I say this for thee, because I only got a B in Maths GCSE.
Roll for me.
17.
Ooh.
17. Yeah, and you keep your bardic dice.
Yes.
So you've got that to add to your roll next time that you want.
Lovely.
Right. To do. So for wisdom, and it was wisdom you were going for, you get a sense that the 1, 2, and the 3 markings around the edge of the grid likely denotes how many skulls need to be placed in those columns.
Yes.
Ah.
That's what I suspected.
So again, if you want another hint, someone will need to take intelligence.
Can you repeat the last line of the thing again, please?
If crowns placed correctly on the shrine, celestial beds for 4 of 9.
All right, 4 of 9.
There will be celestial beds. What's a celestial bed? A cloud?
Celestial bed is like, celestial is like stars.
Mm-hmm.
A star. So 4 of the skulls have to, because there are 9 skulls here.
Yeah.
4 of the skulls have to be placed on a star.
Okay.
Right. So that means there needs to be a skull on. Needs to be 4 skulls that are on stars, and need to be 3 skulls in that column, 1 in that column, etc., etc. So.
This is where DMs get to take a break. So I don't know if I'll get away with it on YouTube, but if we can play the countdown music, whoever can solve it quick enough.
Okay, well, let's just start placing them down and see if we can arrange it to meet all the requirements.
That's 4.
Let's just start placing them down. Come on, Steve. So there must be 3 in this column. Well, we work
1 and
backwards, so
1.
there has to be 1. We know that there will be 1 right there.
Yeah.
1 in that column, 1 in that column.
4 of 9, did we say? Have to be able to. So that
So if
There
it's
won't be
4
1
of
in that
9,
one, there won't be
so
1 in that
3,
one, which means there
one
will
is
definitely be
4.
skulls here, and here.
3.
To elevator music.
Which means
That has to
we need to. There you go. Done.
Eh,
3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. Boom. And 4 of the skulls are on stars.
Well, that would be it. So, yeah, again, I
Well
would
done.
here give Steve an extra point of inspiration as well as a roll, as a
I did
reward.
so much.
So as these guys beat you to it. So yeah, that is correct.
Teamwork.
We did it. Look at all the work
We
you did
were
for
on
that.
our way.
So in doing so, you pass the first kind of trial of wisdom. The first kind of candle lights on the altar, and you're able to kind of pass through. Next up is the trial of strength,
Well, lads, let's go fuck someone up.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
of what appears to be a zombified Alison, the hill giant.
Oh, her again.
Wow.
Try not to panic cry, Steve.
Straight up the ass.
And comes down with a crushing blow. Ooh. How much health do you have? You move 1 step closer to death.
Oh, 1.
Ooh.
Well, this is the wallpaper of my nightmares.
Well, would you like to see more rhyme-tastic action? Well, like and subscribe and check out our Patreon. And if you want to see this fucker live, check him out at
WillThomasImprov.com. I do improvised rap gigs, I teach improv, I do improv in a wizarding show, all the good nerdy stuff. Thanks.